Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you the Wagner PaintREADY Station. This is an electric paint sprayer. It's very convenient. It comes with everything you need except the paint. So it supports interior, exterior paints and claims to have fast cleanup. Supports water and oil-based paints. Has a special eye spray nozzle and sprays up to 15 fluid ounces per minute, which is pretty good. What else it does is special. It sprays unthinned latex. That's very cool. You do not need to thin the paint if you use this sprayer. I've seen painters often thin paint, and here's a sprayer where you do not need to thin the paint. So let's look over the back of the box. We see a lot more. They claim to be easy to fill, easy to use, easy to clean. So that's all good, especially if you want to just get the job done. You don't want to waste time playing with the sprayer itself. It has a spray width lever, so you can control whether you want a narrow or a wide spray area. The nozzle is turnable. They call it the eye spray nozzle. You can rotate that to get either a vertical coverage or horizontal coverage. In addition, if you look at the sprayer itself over here, it says 15 feet of hose, so that's very good, and 30-foot work area. So the hose is very long, keeps the weight off of carrying this device around, and has 2 speed settings for spraying. There's a material flow control, which is just what you squeeze the trigger, and it can control the amount of paint. And hand tightened connections, which is great. You don't need a special tool, you don't need a screwdriver or anything like that to do this. It has air filter for protection of the sprayer, which is nice to have. You don't want it breaking down because this thing is going to be on the ground with the dirt that it sucks in. So the filter will be very useful to have. So again, the eye spray nozzle here, lots of hose, and the pattern adjustment ring, so you can go for vertical, horizontal. And it shows a little bit more of that. And has this directional suction tube, which is great. You need to, if you're going to spray it at an angle, having that, you can twist it to the front to make sure, or the back, to make sure you have paint at the angle when you're running low. Material flow control, you can adjust the flow rate, and the power settings for thin and thick materials. So if you want more power, especially for thick materials, you can that setting work for you. So that's a pretty good overview. I think here's a picture again. You can spray wide or narrow. That's great for depending on the surface you're looking for. And they go in more detail. So pretty much all you need to do to look at these pictures and figure out how to use it without reading the manual or anything like that. So let's open up the box and see what's included. And the first thing we see is a quick start guide. Has all the key terms about the sprayer. So it would be good to look through this and truly understand it if you have time. And we have another sheet here that covers the areas where you need to cover up. And this is called the masking guide for interior paint spraying. So because unlike a roller or a paintbrush, the spraying any areas you don't want coverage, you definitely need to mask and make sure you're covering those areas. Now, it has a limited warranty, which is great. So keep you covered in case of issues. Let's see what else is included in the box. And this is a small part, so it might be something probably like a handle or something like that. Let's open it up. And that indeed is the handle for the sprayer. So the handle is a removable part. That makes it easy for cleaning if you do need to clean it. Nice, feels firm, and very solid. Doesn't feel like flimsy plastic or anything like that. So that's great. Here's the container that holds the paint, and the paint has the the lever here that you can move back and forth to adjust for the amount of coverage area. And here's the internal view. So let me put this away for a moment. Let's also look at the hose. This is 15 feet of hose. So the hose is great. It allows you to get your paint job done without carrying a heavy weight around. And here's that heavy weight, which can stay on the ground. It's not that heavy, but it's good to know that you can keep it on the ground. 15 feet of hose would give you a lot of distance for painting. So that would make things easier. So when you're carrying the sprayer around and you're walking around, here's the cord and power levels you can set. It's just good to know that your hands won't get all tired if you're just holding a lightweight sprayer that's basically the container with the paint. Let's see what else is included in this paint spraying system, and let's look inside the paint container. We see the white suction tube. It's a directional suction tube that allows you to paint at angles, especially if you're running low on paint, so you might be tilting the paint can at an angle, and you want to be able to still be able to paint and get appropriate suction. So that's good to have. And we also see this piece that's also included. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It has a hole in the center, but may be covered in the manual. See, we also see that there is some petroleum jelly. It's probably good for lubrication of some of the parts, especially if you want to easily wash off the paint. So it's good that it comes with some petroleum jelly. Let me put the cover back on the sprayer. And as I do that, you can see there's a lock indicator for the handle. That indicates that the handle is locked in place. It's good to know because you don't want a loose handle when you're spraying. Here's your trigger for spraying, and the amount of pressure you apply can control the amount of paint. Very easy to understand. And on the top, we see the wide and narrow spray patterns that are pictured on it, so it's easy to understand. And don't need any writing or anything like that. Very pictorial setup. And in the center is the spraying. This is where the spray comes out. You can actually rotate this thing like I did right here, and you can get a more angled shot where it's vertical or horizontal depending on what you need. You rotate this thing around and again show you the handle lock. Handle lock, just so you know the lock, and there's an unlock indicator. So if you need to clean parts, this will make it easier. Here on the other side, see if you can see it, is the unlock indicator. It looks like a padlock with an unlock. There's a line that needs to match with the arrow, and on this side, it is the arrow pointing to that line, so we're indicating a lock position. So there's the Wagner PaintREADY Station. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If so, please tap the thumbs up. We'll be having more great videos to come. Please subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.